or it was this, or it was that, whatever the case is. I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due. Numbers don't lie and stats don't lie. So you can lie to yourself, fans, but you can't you can't lie to the community and to those players.
They're legit. Let's just say that.
Exactly.
I would look forward to it on the Fox Network. All right, let's look at our predictions. This is what we saw last week with McNeese winning 30-3, and Blaine went 45-10. David went 35-17. You guys are the two this season that have picked
up the win.
Picked the wins.
I chalked it up.
Nice job, David. We're all shocked, but congratulations. Now let's look at Saturday night at Washington. Blaine?
I'm going to take BYU, and by the same score, they won at Wisconsin. 24-21. They're going to win with
That's been a good number for BYU
yep,
over there. David?
24-21.
Well, I played up there in 2008. We beat them 28-27 by 1 point. Jake Locker threw the ball in the air. We blocked the extra point. I think BYU has a similar type miracle and wins 21-20.
Ryan?
Yeah, I think both defenses really good. Low-scoring game, 17-14. Bring them.
Now, before we came out here, we had pizza and we all drank the Kool-Aid. We're all believers. None of us picked BYU to win at Wisconsin. But this is different. This is a different team. They got an opportunity in the last few seconds, Blaine. They can get this done.
Well, they have to be error-free. I think Washington's more dynamic and has more big play capability. If they keep everything in front and don't turn it over, they've got a chance.
That's our show for this week. BYU Football with Kalani Sitake is next. For Blaine, David, Brian, and all of us at BYU TV Sports, I'm Dave McCann. We'll see you Saturday night on Countdown.
Coming up, the Cougars win back-to-back games and move into the AP Top 25 ahead of a battle in Seattle. We are live in Studio C with Kalani and Fesi Satake and lineman Austin Hoyt as BYU Football with Kalani Sitake starts now.
All right, lets it go. Finds his guy. Touchdown.
Hill for a first down and more. Hurdles his way. Touchdown.
Quarterback tied up, waiting. Here's the pass. Touchdown!
Toss to Luke. Luke on the sidelines and a play. He's gonna go. Touchdown, BYU!
Chased. Second chaser gets him. It's Corbin Kafusi. The end zone has Shumway there. Makes the leap and touchdown. Talon Shumway. Back to his left. Handoff to Toa. A big hit. Another one. Touchdown.
This is BYU Football with Kalani Sitake, presented by Intermountain Healthcare. And now, your host, the voice of the Cougars, Greg Wrubell.
We welcome you inside Studio C, inside the beautiful BYU Broadcasting building in Provo, Utah, for the simulcast on both BYU TV and BYU Radio. And we invite you to join the conversation by submitting questions for tonight's guests on Twitter using hashtag Satake Show, as well as Facebook and Instagram on the BYU TV sports accounts. And to get tonight's show on the road, let's bring it in straight off the practice field, the head coach of your BYU Cougars, Kalani Sitake. Good to see you.
How are we doing? See my family here. Oh, my nice comfortable chair.
How was practice today?
It was good. Yeah, really good. Had a good day yesterday, another one today, and looking forward to the rest of the week. You know, preparing the right way. We do well when we prepare well. So looking forward to continuing it and the progress that we're making, and really just need to see a really good game this weekend, and really great time for our team to play our best game of the year and do it this weekend.
Well, congrats on getting to 3-1 this past weekend.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun. Only one way we could be better, but we'll just have to let that drive us to the next one. So,
what do you want to see better?
I think there's just a lot of things that we see probably be a lot cleaner. As with our game, we had a lot of missed assignments and broken plays. Plays that we're really good at on offense, and some missed assignments on defense. Just got a slow start, you know what I mean? So let's just start fast. And what we did in the second quarter, I'd like to see us start quicker. But I think we have some ideas on what we're gonna do as a team, and kind of loosen our guys up a little bit and get them ready for the game. But it was good to be at home and get a win in Lavelle's house, and we'll build off of it. We'll make our corrections and demand our guys get better, and it's nice coming off of a win, so that's something that we can build off of, and we're sitting here complaining about winning 30-3. So, and being a ranked team. And so, with all that said and done, we know we can be so much better. So, I think we're sitting in a good position, and just be thankful for the progress that we've made, but really know that we're so much better than what we've already shown.
Let's talk about how it went down on the first day of fall in front of 53,000 plus at LaVell Edwards Stadium. BYU and McNeese and the Cowboys got on top first, scored first. They went up 3-0 in the first quarter on you.
Yeah, they had some big plays, and we had some mistakes, you know, like obviously this turnover, and put our defense in some bad position. Field position is where we declined the holding penalty to just wanted to get out of the third down and force them to kick it. We felt good about our field goal block, and you know, we got them pinned back and had some long distance, but just need to find ways to wake up in the first quarter. It just wasn't our style of defense, and we're making mistakes. Guys are wide open, and so that wasn't going to fly.
First quarter ended with McNeese on top 3-0, and what are you doing here?
Just telling them how much I love them, and all you have to do is read my lips, right? So, love you. You guys are awesome.
So we see Kalani getting emotional with his guys, and then we get this. In the second quarter, it's a blocked field goal by Corbin Kaufusi. It's a return by Troy Warner. And this is when BYU really got going, as when plays on special teams and defense, Kalani really set up your offense.
Yeah, and that we needed it. We needed a spark from them, and you know, I think it was like everyone was waiting for someone else to make the play, and I think it was good that we just took the initiative on defense and made some plays, and it allowed our offense to get rolling a little bit in this quarter.
It was a big day for Lopini Katoa. He had 2 touchdowns on the day, and the first rushing score puts BYU up 6-3, PAT 7-3. And then things really start to click. Tanner Jacobson picks off a pass as he's back in the defensive backfield, and he sets you up with another short field.
He's done a great job for us, and a guy that's been game ready. You know, we moved in positions. He overcame some injury, and was just waiting for his chance, and then made his reps count, you know, so I was really pleased with what he did as a safety for us.
And here's a nice little pump and short go to Talon Shumway in the back corner of the end zone.
Great connection. We've seen Talon do this over and over again in practice and scrimmages, so it was nice to see him do it to somebody else for once, you know, and it was a good setup, and I thought Tanner put a good ball up for him. And then Lopini again on the second touchdown. Give a lot of credit to the guys up front blocking. You see the Moroni, and then you see the lineman up front opening the holes for him.
So BYU's up 21-3 at that point, and they're not done scoring in the first half, as late in the second quarter, a fumble forced. Shelton and Sawyer Powell combined on the takeaway, and that set you up with another short field. And right before the break, before you go in at halftime, it's Skylar Southam time.
Yeah, and just really pleased with what Skylar can do as a kicker, and for a guy that's been, you know, home from a mission not too long, but not even a year yet, but he's been working really hard on his leg, and we have a lot of confidence in him. And you know, he stopped going for it on fourth down and felt really comfortable with us owning the game and controlling it, and knew that he could be automatic for us with the field goal.
All the scoring in the second half was from Skylar Southam. A shorter field goal followed by a pick from Rhett Sandlin, and that sets BYU up with another shorter field, but it ended up being a longish field goal look for Skylar Southam. It was 47, and this Kalani 47-yard field goal to make it your final score of 30-3. That's the longest field goal for a BYU kicker in 8 years.
Yeah, he's only a freshman, so there's a lot of field goals for us to make. We want more PATs though than field goals.
Yeah, that's what you hope, exactly. And he hasn't missed one, by the way, yet. Late in the game, BYU forces yet another takeaway. It's 4th takeaway of the game, so you end up finishing up a +3 in turnover margin, and that sets you up to end the game in possession and with a 30-3 win. It was time to celebrate and time to watch Coach Tuiaki break it down.
He's way better moves than I have. But,
and wait for it. There we go.
Hard to do that on carpet. Yeah, so we had fun in there.
A bit of a breakdancing flair from Coach Tuiaki. That's good. And you know, and you made the point after the game too. You need to take time to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, the game didn't go as perfectly as we wanted it to, you know, and we know that we left a lot of points, but to come away with a win over a dangerous team like McNeese, I thought we were a little bit down on ourselves after the game, and in the locker room, that can't happen, you know. Just appreciate the fact that we won and that we can build on it, and let's try to make it work on Monday when we try to improve. But yeah, we have to win. We didn't. That's what we've been working this whole off season for a win. And if you would have told me we win the game before the game 30-3, I would have taken it. And so how come everyone's so upset about it, you know? So, and our players, it's just that they expect so much from themselves, and they probably put a little bit too much pressure on themselves. So we just got to let loose and have fun this week. And what else we got to lose? You know, we're big underdogs, so let's go see what we can get done.
The game ended, as you mentioned, 30-3, and you did have the ball in possession as time wound down. I think you were inside the 5-yard line in the closing seconds. So the game was won, and you were not looking to score anymore. And that was recognized by McNeese's head coach. Lance Guidry went on social media to shout you out in a very positive way. He talked about Kalani being a class act, and he says a lot of coaches would have tried to score another touchdown, but he talked about character and class and how lucky BYU is to have you, and I agree, and wish you luck in the next game and moving forward. And so he's a good guy with a good program, certainly at the FCS level, and they seem to really appreciate every aspect of their trip here in Provo.
Oh yeah, and he was saying how wonderful the people in Provo have been to their families and the people that travel to the game. They said our fans were just so hospitable and just great. Obviously, they got ice cream on a hot day, you know. And I just think that it's such a great example of what our people can do and how we can spread love and even the gospel in what we do and how we appreciate people and even our opponents. And that's going to go a long way. I appreciate the quote that he gave, that he put out there on Twitter, but he's the same guy. I got to know him. I got to talk to him. And, you know, just a really good person. And I love the way his team plays. They're competitive. And I think they're going to do well in their level. And wish them the best of luck. And then I know that Coach Grimes and they have a relationship too. So whatever we can do to help them out. But the kneel down, that's something that we did when I played. Lavelle was not really big on running the score up. And, yeah, we can be better than that. It's the score trying to add more points just to get more touchdowns, that doesn't really do much for us. I think we had enough reps there, and punching it in is not going to really do much for our team, and it was okay to take a knee. If it was up to me, I would have taken a knee earlier.
Let's take a look at how some of the numbers of note helped BYU improve to 13-0 all-time against FCS opposition. And BYU with a lot of short fields, didn't have a lot of yards to gain on some of those touchdown drives. They end up with 291 yards, kept McNeese down to 207. The turnover margin was a big stat, of course, a +3 in the margin. That'll help you win a lot of games, and that's how it went down Saturday at LaVell Edwards Stadium. And you didn't need more points to impress the pollsters. The AP puts you up from 25th to 20th. The coaches move you up 7 spots. You're just outside the top 25 there. And I know you say the rankings are the biggest thing in the world for you or your staff, but I think it's important for the program to get the kind of appreciation and recognition they're getting right now.
Yeah, and we acknowledge that. I mean, that's the win in Wisconsin had a huge effect on that. But at the same time, we appreciate the ranking, but it's not something that we're just looking at and something that runs us. You know, for us, it just means, like I said, it's trending the right way. You know, and all this with us not even playing our best football yet. So what a great time to do it in Seattle. I can't wait, you know. So it's going to be a lot of fun and a great opponent. Washington's a great program. Respect them a bunch. Admire what they do as coaches and as a program. So it'll be a lot of fun, you know. And I'm looking forward to our guys playing their best game come this Saturday.
Our game stats, by the way, were presented by Nissan. Intelligent mobility. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway. It is BYU and Washington coming up next for your day-to-day Cougar Sports play-by-play. Watch BYU Sports Nation with Spencer Linton and Jerem Jordan weekdays at noon Eastern on BYU TV and BYU Radio. When we come back, a look ahead to Saturday in Seattle. This is BYU Football with Kalani Sitake.
BYU Food to Go's convenient location at 2191 North Canyon Road in Provo makes bringing popular BYU foods to your next event easy. Everything's ready when you need it at the drive and load pickup. You drive in and they load no matter the weather. And stop in the on-site creamery for great BYU chocolate milk and ice cream. BYU Food to Go, bringing campus to your table. Call for details, 801-422-5001.
Okay, everyone, gather around.
After 4 years of hard work, we are so excited to finally release this to the world.
It's a secret. It's important, but I think I can trust you.
It will either be super fun or the worst thing ever.
Is it real?
It's hard to say. It's 50-50. It's definitely not the middle.
You're in love with someone else?
Yes.
Yes.
No! Girl, you know it!
Please, no!
No? Are you okay? How dare you ask that?
I think it's safe to assume that James is dead.
This is getting weirdly personal.
The rest of the cast of Studio C.
Very impressive.
Surprisingly impressive.
Excellent.
Really?
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 It's insane.
Absolutely brilliant.
This is why I love you.
And I love you.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Yes. Oh, that feels good to say.
What is that?
What in the blooming beast of burden was that?
I did it.
Don't miss Studio C, Mondays at 7 Mountain on BYU TV.
Some say if you're looking for the soul of America, you'll find it right here in Memphis, Tennessee. But if Memphis is the soul of America, then what's the soul of Memphis? From the banks of the Mississippi to the neon lights of Beale Street, that soul's hiding somewhere, and I've got to put it all in one painting. Join me as we paint the town of Memphis, Tennessee.
Don't miss Painting the Town tonight at 8:30 Mountain on BYU TV.
BYU Football with Kalani Sitake is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, healing for life, and by Nissan, innovation that excites.
Welcome back to our weekly show on BYU TV and BYU Radio. Time to look ahead to the 5th of BYU's 5 September games. Saturday's showdown in Seattle. 2 top 20 teams going head-to-head. Huskies have won 3 in a row, including their first 2 Pac-12 games, so a pair of 3-1 teams. And there's Myles Gaskin, the all-time career rushing leader in Washington Husky football history. He's a good one, and that goes for their quarterback and all these DBs. They're an excellent pass defense. Just a really well-rounded team, Kalani.
Oh, yeah, a lot of speed and athleticism, and, you know, they're really well coached. I know a lot of coaches on that staff, good friends with them. And so they'll be ready to play. I think they have a good thing set up there, and they're expected to win, you know, consistently, and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens. I know we'll have representation there, too.
The last time that BYU played in Seattle was an epic finish 10 years ago. A penalty on a Jake Locker touchdown with 2 seconds to play makes for a longer than normal PAT. Jan Jorgensen blocks it, and BYU wins it 28-27. And about a decade before that, you were playing games up at Husky Stadium as a player for BYU. And when you were suiting up for the Cougs, you got a few games against the Huskies.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I think they've redone the stadium. Look at that.
Oh, here he is, big 34.
Not HD TV. Oh, yeah, you guys got some...
Got some bib action in here. Yeah.
You had to go way back. Well, these are obviously the plays where I got the ball, right? But there's... you should see all my wonderful blocks. I was a fullback. That's what fullbacks do, but yeah.
They were setting up screens for you, and there's our series history. This is the 10th game all-time between BYU and Washington. There is that win in Seattle back in 2009. I cannot believe it's already been 10 years since Jan made that play. And then the Huskies will turn it back around and come back to LaVell Edwards Stadium. So it's another P5 game on the road. You've already gone on the road and won at Arizona. You've won at Wisconsin. What's it taken to get those 2 wins, and can you kind of replicate that feeling or that vibe in trying to get it done again here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the first part is just to prepare the right way this week, and so far we've done well. This is Tuesday. You know, we've had 2 good practices, and looking forward to using up the rest of the days leading up to Saturday. So I trust our coaches, and I know we have good enough players, so it'll be a lot of fun. Like I said, we have this road warrior mentality, so let's go out there and see what we can do. I don't want to make any statements. We'll just go out and play hard and believe and see what the result will be.
That's what you said would happen at Madison too, though. You talked about believing, and there was a confidence, and then it turned out to be one of the better days this program's ever had. So,
yeah, so we'll see what happens in part 2.
You played this past game without a few starters. Diane Galmolaku, Butch Pa'u, Zane Anderson, Braden El-Bakri, to name a few guys. Will they be pacing to get back in here for you sooner than later?
Yeah, I think you know, we'll see how some of those guys recover. The main thing is just if they can't practice really today and tomorrow and Thursday, it's going to be really hard for them to play in the game. So we look forward to getting some of those guys back, not all of them. But, you know, we'll just keep working with that, and we'll stay competitive, and the guys that practice the best will play in the game on Saturday. It's been a good system for us, and it's allowed our younger guys to get better and work harder because they know that their time is just right around the corner, and they could actually improve more playing time by having a great week this week.
The next men up have played well for you, even with those guys being out.
They have, and I give a lot of credit to their coaches getting them ready, and a lot of credit for them individually being ready and putting extra time into it. You know, I think these guys have a lot of fun playing the game of football, and they appreciate it. They want to make sure that they represent the right way when they get out there and get their opportunity. So a guy like Tanner Jacobson, who hasn't seen a lot of reps, you know, and be able to go in there on his first play and get a pick, that's a huge success story. We talk to our players about their roles, and it's only important as you make it. And so they have the decision whether it's a scout team role or limited role, or with a special teams or a backup role or starting role. If they really want to highlight it, it's their choice to make it important and make it relevant. And Tanner and others like Gavin Fowler and others have done that in the past, and we're going to need more of those guys to step up and not really count their reps, but make their reps count.
Okay. As we head to break, we want you to know that you can enjoy a full hot breakfast buffet, dinner Monday through Wednesday, a kitchen, and a large grassy backyard along the Provo River Trail, all at the Residence Inn Marriott in Provo. After this break, the coach takes your questions in studio and from social media. This is BYU Football with Kalani Sitake.
You're watching Super Tuesday on BYU TV, presented by Siegfried & Jensen.
If I got hurt and was laid up at home, I wouldn't even think to call a lawyer. What a hassle. I'd want to meet them first.
What if I told you that for your first consultation, your lawyer will come to you, home or hospital?
Really?
Really.
They do that?
If you've been injured, we'll come to you. It's your job to get better. It's our job to deal with the insurance companies.
Learn more at siegfriedandjensen.com.
I ain't got no chill.
The BYU TV Sports Countdown to Kickoff. BYU and Washington. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain on BYU TV.
Life as a foundling isn't easy. With oppressive taskmasters and unforgiving rules, you'd think life would be pretty bleak. Unless you have someone like Hetty around.
Hetty Feather, Sundays at 6 Mountain on BYU TV.
You know what makes me really excited about this show is seeing the parents really disgusted by the food that their kids have baked. It never gets old for me.
Every time we say it's time for the bake-off, to see their little mischievous smiles come on their faces makes me really happy.
Don't miss Just Like Mom and Dad.
It's a great week for entertainment on BYU TV. Tonight at 8 Mountain, journey along with Todd Hansen finding fantastic stories from unique individuals. Then, it's a big game for the BYU women's soccer team as they face off against Gonzaga on home turf. Catch the action live Thursday at 7 Mountain. Watch your favorite BYU TV shows here and catch up anytime on BYUtv.org or the BYU TV app.
Comes true.
Here is our weekly update on Cougars in the NFL. After NFL Week 3, Taysom Hill just keeps doing, well, everything for New Orleans. It's phenomenal to see what he's doing there with them and how much his head coach, Sean Payton, and Drew Brees just love having him on the team. Making first downs, returning kicks, making blocks, doing it all except with stuff Drew Brees does, and he does it pretty well. Fred Warner, another double-digit tackle day for the 49ers, and Kyle Van Noy in a loss to the Lions, who, by the way, don't have Ziggy Ansah right now due to injury, so those three guys continue to figure prominently each week in the NFL. Fans, you can use hashtag Satake Show on Twitter and comment on the BYU TV Sports Facebook and Instagram pages for a chance to see your questions asked during our Q&A session, which starts right now here in Studio C and live on BYU TV and BYU Radio. And here in studio, we have Alexandra Days on with Kalani. Hey.
How's it going? My question is, what makes Washington different than other opponents that we've faced this season?
They're well balanced, and they're really disciplined. You know, we watch a lot of their film, and it's a huge compliment to their coaches and how they prepare their team. But always looking for breakdowns here and there, and there's not a lot of things that are not in order there. So really disciplined team. Always looking for a place to do some fake punts and stuff like that, but we'll see if we found one or not. But it's really difficult because they're a well-coached team and really well-balanced.
Thanks, Alexandra. From Twitter for this next question for Kalani. With only a week between games, where do you find time to watch film and come up with a game plan? And how much film do you watch to prep for a game? And that was from @SalutMex on Twitter.
You film the projectors, we burn them out. So we'll watch film, and usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights are pretty long for the coaching staff. And yeah, I mean, obviously because we take the Sabbath day off, we go to church, and you know, try not to think about it. We come in early on Mondays and then work late in the evening on both Monday, Tuesday, and then a little bit on Wednesday. But yeah, we just watch film all the time. That's what we do.
The projectors are all digital now. Let's make clear you're not spooling film anymore.
No. It's not the old school. Yeah, BYU has helped us out with the technology. So.
All right, back in studio for Josh Steiger. Hey, Josh.
Hey. Yeah, just my question is, are there plans to, in the future, maybe against Washington, even to unleash the BYU passing the aerial attack of old by chance?
There is a chance, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a chance for anything, so we'll see what happens. Whatever it takes to win the game is what we're going to do. And so I wouldn't, you know, if you would ask me in Wisconsin the same thing, I'd say there's a chance for a lot of different things to happen, and we'll see how the game goes. You know, I think we strategize as a group, as a team, as a coaching staff together, offense, defense, and special teams, and we know when to take the calculated risks and when to be a little bit more, you know, gamble a little bit more on the field, and we know when to be conservative. So we'll see whatever it takes to get us close, keeping the game close, and then finding ways to make sure that we capitalize on the big plays and find a way to get a win.
From Instagram, CW Weed on Instagram, what's one main thing you want to see the defense do against Washington?
Well, they can make guys miss, you know, so missed tackles is a big issue. They have such great athletes at all the skill positions and tight ends. I mean, all tight ends, running backs, receivers, quarterback, they do a great job of making people miss. So we really need to get to the ball and make sure that all 11 guys are headed to the ball. And you know, if a guy misses, then he needs to be supported by 2 or 3 guys showing up right afterwards. So that's going to be the key, is everybody hustling to the ball. And if we do make, obviously we don't want to miss tackles, but it happens. But you can minimize those mistakes with effort and hard work.
Okay, one more in-studio question to end our Q&A segment from Josh Spungberg. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Coach. It's obvious to anyone paying attention that you love the student athletes here at BYU. What is it that makes you most proud of your athletes, be it on or off the field?
Oh, just who they are. They, you know, good young men. I mean, they're not perfect, right? But they love the Lord and they love their families, and that's a big reason why they're here at BYU. They all came here because because of what BYU stands for, and they love showing it on the field. And so we ask our guys to play with sportsmanship and help guys up, and then try to don't engage into trash talking, stuff like that. It's in their fiber already. So they're good with it. They're humble young men. These guys have already sacrificed a bunch. A good number of my guys, a majority of my guys have served missions, so they've sacrificed 2 years of their time. So I love the players, but that's why I love the fans. They're just an extension of our players. So, you know, if we could have fan football, I bet you we'd win national championships with that.
Thanks for the questions, Josh, and everyone else as well. Fans, Wednesdays at 8 Eastern on BYU Radio. Get better acquainted with Cougars past and present on Behind the Mic. It's a weekly hour of in-depth conversations, Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern on BYU Radio. Tomorrow night, I'll be visiting with TJ Haas and the aforementioned Jan Jorgensen. Coming up, offensive lineman Austin Hoyt joining us here in Studio C as BYU Football with Kalani Sitake continues on BYU TV and BYU Radio.
Call it a path, or a way through. It can be arrow straight, or have twists and turns. It's life's financial journey, and Mountain America Credit Union is here to guide you every step of the way. With timely advice and affordable products, this is your journey. Let's begin together. We're Mountain America, guiding you forward.
This September, see the good in the world with exciting shows on BYU TV. Get ready to laugh because Studio C is on every Monday at 7 Mountain with all your favorite characters and hilarious antics. Come along with Todd Hansen as he discovers all new stories on all new episodes of The Story Trek, Tuesdays at 8 Mountain. It's a new season of Relative Race with more puzzles, relatives, and surprises along the way. Sundays at 7 Mountain. There's something for everyone here on BYU TV.
Some say if you're looking for the soul of America, you'll find it right here in Memphis, Tennessee. But if Memphis is the soul of America, then what's the soul of Memphis? From the banks of the Mississippi to the neon lights of Beale Street, that soul's hiding somewhere, and I've got to put it all in one painting. Join me as we paint the town of Memphis, Tennessee.
Don't miss Painting the Town tonight at 8:30 Mountain on BYU TV.
Blue runs deep on BYU TV. Don't miss the BYU Gonzaga women's soccer game, Thursday at 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. Watch all of your favorite BYU teams on BYU TV, your home for Cougar sports.
Bruh, I ain't got no chill.
The BYU TV Sports Post Game, BYU at Washington, Saturday after the game on BYU TV.
Welcome back to BYU Football with Kalani Sitake on BYU TV and BYU Radio. Presented by Intermountain Healthcare. Well, 4 of BYU's starting 5 offensive linemen are taking their first BYU snaps this season. The other of the 5 is our next guest. He is the wily veteran of the front 5. He is starting right tackle, Austin Hoyt. Bring him on out. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. Good, good.
Your wife's over here with your baby. My
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Let's see who we Austin, tell us who we have joining you here in Studio C here tonight.
So that's my wife, Christine, and then our little baby boy, Gabe. So.
Gabe is sacked out.
Yeah.
He's big.
How old is he?
He's almost 3 months. So he takes after me. He was a big boy. So.
How do you pronounce your hometown name in California?
So it's pronounced Ione.
I-O-N-E, Ione, California. Where is that?
It's just outside Sacramento. It's a small town, about 3,000 people, kind of in the middle of nowhere. So
okay.
It's fun.
In your bio, it talks a lot about your receiving yards as a high school player.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you weren't strictly a right tackle your whole life because here you are. That's a tight end number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was a 6'7", 270-pound tight end. So
when did you get the sense that your future would not be at tight end?
Coach Papinga back in the day came to me and said, "Yeah, you probably won't play tight end. We want you offensive tackle." And I said, "Great, wherever you need me." So.
Do you miss having the ball in your hands?
It's fun to go around and catch every now and then, but I've come to love offensive line.
Any tackle eligible stuff you've worked out for him yet?
We always have stuff worked out for them because they dream of it. And, I love the O-line room. They have the most fun in there, and Austin's leading the way, and that's why he's the captain. The guys love him, and I've been really proud of what he's done as a student and athlete, and now you see him as a father and a husband. I love the fact that he's growing up. I mean, he even gained a lot of weight, you know. And,
yeah.
And now he has a great shot at the next level, and just really proud of him. He's a great student, so. He's exactly what if you're out there and you're a high school kid, just be like this guy, get the grades, commit to the honor code, and living your life the right way, and come out and gain some weight and play O-line.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you weighed when you got here 6 years ago, before your mission, and what you're tipping the scales at now?
So when I first started here, I think I was about 265, 270, and now I'm 315. So.
And it's all good weight, right?
Yeah, No, luckily it's not too much flubber. So.
Last year was a rough year for everybody, obviously. How would you describe your personal state of mind when last season ended?
So I think for me, I just wanted to do better than what we had ended the season last year, and that really drove me to do well in the winter workouts, to have a great spring ball. And then over summer, I feel like it was the summer where I've worked the hardest, where I've committed the most of my time and energy to the team. And we've been able to see great results from that. And I think because of that, I've just had a lot more fun this year, because over the summer, like, the offensive line got really close together. I was able to just get to know a lot of my teammates better, and has overall just been a great experience.
You got a new offensive coordinator in the offseason, who is, of course, O-line is his thing. Yeah. And then he brought in a new O-line coach in Ryan Pugh. What would you say about what Coach Grimes and Pugh have done for you and helped you along?
So I think for me, they've helped me to really just love the physicality of the game. They always talk about toughness, about finishing, making the tackle with your man, like putting guys on the ground. So I think I've personally seen that develop a lot more in my game. It's fun just to run around and try to put guys on the ground and finish. And so I think their mindset and that mentality they brought has helped me a lot personally.
Kalani, where have you seen Austin's game go to from last year to this set, let's say?
Well, he's really versatile. He could play any of the positions, and he's really smart. It's more his leadership and what he's done, what he expects his teammates to do, and he set the way by being the example. You know, and I don't think anyone worked harder than Austin this offseason, and so it's easy to the fact that he got voted captain doesn't surprise me at all, because they just not only is he a big guy, but he does everything right, and that's just great to have guys like that on the team. And you know, he believes in himself, and because of the confidence he has and the hard work that he put into it, and that's kind of infected the whole team with that positive and the confidence and the positive outlook that they have in the season. And it's just a lot of fun to see these guys roll, and they're nasty too. Nasty with a smile. I mean, he's talking about putting people on the ground with a smile on his face, and then he helps them up, right? I mean, it's a fun thing to do.
Now, from your left to the other side of the line, you've got Tristan, then you got James, and you got Keanu, and you've got Brady, who are the other starters right now. Yeah. And all those four guys are taking their first BYU snaps this year. Yeah. This is their first go-around. You're the guy that's been around a little bit. What do you hope to kind of instill in them? And even though they are really new and kind of young, what do you say about those guys that have kind of stepped right in and picked it up?
I think they've done a fantastic job. I think a lot of their work came from just over the summer, being able to just focus on their own technique and their work ethic. But I see those guys just having a great, successful career here, being able to continue to keep working hard, and they all have a bright future ahead of them.
And the BYU run game has been a real constant feature of the games BYU's won this year. What's made you guys a good offensive line, even though you're really kind of working together for the first time here in these first few games?
I think really I think Coach Pugh is a huge part of that, just the way he coaches us in film, the way we do extra walkthroughs before practice, after practice. We do a lot of things kind of behind the scenes to help us know our assignments, make sure we're communicating well. I think Coach Pugh and Coach Grimes have done a great job of helping us know what we're doing and just being able to communicate together as an offensive line.
When you're watching film and you see Peeney get into the end zone almost being untouched, how much fun is that to watch as an O-line?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's great to know that we're just doing our job and trying to do the best we can. And when we do that, people score, so it's great.
We're with Austin Hoyt here on BYU Football with Kalani Sitake. Fans, if you're looking for an even more convenient way to shop at Smith's, try Smith's Click List. Order online, then pick up curbside at the store. Visit smithsfoodanddrug.com for details. After the break, we're joined by the second Satake on the staff, plus your questions for the Cougars head coach coming up in a bit. This is BYU Football with Kalani Sitake.
We're changing how you receive health care to give you more choices, to be more personal, like seeing a doctor from your hotel room rather than a patient room, or seeing your primary care physician when you normally couldn't. It's putting you first and also putting you more in control. It's care how, where, and when you want it. Intermountain Healthcare. Visit healingforlife.com.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, sweetie.
Check this out. Chicken wings. I love you.
Have a car wreck? Martin's Collision Repair.
The right repair, the right paint, the right
right choice. Martin's Collision Repair.
Defending in Splat a lot, we have some fabulous people. First off, Stacy's best friend from high school, who also plays the tuba and the flute.
Gildar?
Yeah, definitely.
And up next we have Tori's secret admirer bird crush.
Kookaburra!
Yes!
And also a smile that could crush a navy.
Nitrous. And we have a little something that we found between Tori's toes.
King Core.
Yes!
Splat-a-Lot, Mondays at 6:30 Mountain, followed by Studio C on BYU TV.
It's a great week for entertainment on BYU TV. Tonight at 8 Mountain, journey along with Todd Hansen finding fantastic stories from unique individuals. Then, it's a big game for the BYU women's soccer team as they face off against Gonzaga on home turf. Catch the action live Thursday at 7 Mountain. Watch your favorite BYU TV shows here and catch up anytime on BYUtv.org or the BYU TV app. BYU Football with Kalani Sitake is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, healing for life.
Welcome back. Reminder, use the hashtag, we have our own hashtag Satake Show on Twitter. You can also comment on the BYU TV Sports Facebook and Instagram pages for a chance to see your question asked during our Q&A sessions coming up in a little bit. Tonight, you get 2 Satakes for the price of 1. The show's namesake is always here on set, but tonight we welcome a second Satake. He is wide receivers coach and Kalani's cousin, Fesi Satake. See you. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. What's up? All right, so we did it with Austin. Who do you have with you here tonight?
I hope my wife.
She's right in the front row, yes.
There she is. Yep, her. And then my dad, I met him out in the parking lot, and he tried to hold me back and talk stories, but I told him I got to go do makeup, so I'll catch up with him after. So.
Good to have you here. You know, you are Kalani's cousin by relation, but you have an even closer relationship than that. For those who are unfamiliar, and there may be some who don't know the story, you have a rather deep relationship with Kalani that goes beyond the simple relation. Isn't that true?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the world we live in, when dads are brothers, their kids are first cousins, and that's what we are by title and what a lot of people refer to us as. But our life experiences, the things we've gone through together, the way he's taken me in from a young age and has taken the role as my older brother, that's why we call each other brothers. And so it's, yeah, I mean, from a young age, there's specific memories I have and moments in my life where I needed an older brother, and he was there and always there for me, and I'll never forget it. And so that's why we refer to each other as brothers.
He's 10 years older than you, right?
Yeah, he is. 10 years older and wiser. So.
What do you first remember about the young Fesi?
Well, first of all, our families are really close. I'm close with all my first cousins, and you know, me and Fesi, we didn't have your typical upbringing, so we were always together. We had each other, we had our families, but you know, just Fesi was always my brother. So when he was young, he always thought we were brothers. And I think
Actual brothers.
Yeah, when he was 10, we told him that this is how it works here. We're actually cousins. And he started to cry. And so that's when we said, okay, from now on, Fesi's my brother, you know, and it's always been that way. And I'm close with all my cousins and my uncles and my aunts, but Fesi's like that's my guy, you know. So there's a reason why he became a coach, and there's a reason why I forced him to come to Southern Utah to play for me there when I was a coach, and when he should have probably been here at BYU. But we all grew up BYU. We love BYU, and he's a better version, way better person than I am, and I'm just so proud of him. I try not to get too emotional here, but hey, I feel like he's my oldest son. You know, it's just like we have that type of relationship, and was there for him, and I hope he knows how much I appreciate him. The relationship we have now has always been like a brother, but from head coach to assistant, the business is still business, and we respect that. But I think it makes it I can get on him even more because he's my brother. You know what I mean? I can actually punch him in the stomach if I want him to, but I don't do that because I love him.
You and Kalani, your paths have crossed professionally for a long time. And not just Kalani, there are a lot of guys on this staff that you've been with or around over a number of years, isn't it?
Yeah, I played for Coach Lamb. Really, in 2004, before I even left on a mission, Coach Roderick was my position coach. Kalani was there coaching at Southern Utah. Then when I left on a mission and returned home, I was all set to go to the University of Utah, was enrolled in classes, and then started doing player-run practices with the team. And in the meantime, Coach Lamb had just gotten the head job at Southern Utah, and like 3 or 4 days before school had started at Utah, he got word from some of the coaches who had come from there that me and a couple of my friends just returned home from missions and were getting ready to go to Utah, and that if he could pull some of us down there, he'd be on a good start. And so he gave the greatest recruiting pitch of his life, and I bought it, and it was the best decision I ever made. And that year, actually, Utah won the Sugar Bowl, and I was wondering, I was like, did I make the right decision? But quickly after, I realized why I was supposed to go down there. And so I've been working with a lot of the coaches on staff, and that was one of the reasons it made it so easy to come here. You were a great wide receiver at Southern Utah. Now you coach the position, and Austin, from your position on the offensive line, you've been able to observe Fesi's style a little bit. What does he bring to BYU?
I think he just brings a lot of passion to the wide receivers group. I always see them doing a lot of extra work. If they've had a rough day, they do up downs after practice, and he just really helps them work hard, helps them be focused, and I think he just brought a lot of energy to that group especially. How do you like your group, your first wide receiver group at BYU? I love them. I've got a good situation where I've got a lot of just really good receivers, and I've been in situations before where you've got maybe 2, 3, 4 good guys, and you kind of got to roll with them and just deal with the ups and downs. Here we've got 8, 9 receivers that can play in any given week, and so I'm able week by week to make those decisions of who's going to play by committee, and the guys who practice the best and are the most reliable that week are going to be the ones who play. And so they all understand that philosophy. They all have bought in, and they've got great attitudes about it, and I'm super fortunate to be able to work with these guys. When it comes to the pass game, you're not chasing numbers, but you are chasing efficiency and productivity and points, and that should all come together here for you. Yeah, and there's no question that, our receivers know as well as anyone that we need to improve and do our part in the passing game. But what a lot of people fail to realize is how much those guys are involved in the offense and in the run game. And there's a lot of different things we do that involve them and being a multiple offense. And so they've got to be smart, and they've got to put themselves in a lot of situations where where decisions have to be made. And so I think a lot of that isn't seen. And so credit to them. They work so hard, and they do a good job at understanding this offense. And just week by week, we got to improve and show up and help the offense. Okay, get comfy. We had questions and answers for Kalani earlier. We've got you and Austin facing Cougar Nation coming up next, so stick around for that. Mondays at 1 Eastern, we talk with BYU Football's coordinators on the Coordinators Corner with Jeff Grimes, Elisa Tuiaki, and Ed Lamb. It's Mondays at 1 Eastern on BYU TV and BYU Radio. After the break, Fesi and Austin interact with Cougar Nation as BYU Football with Kalani Sitake continues.
I volunteer at Primary Children's Hospital because I care about helping families with sick kids.
I volunteer at the 512 Foundation because I care about our kids and community.
And I volunteer because I care about Utah's future engineers.
Do you know someone who cares about making our community better? I Am Flash will recognize your unsung hero and donate $1,000 to their favorite local charity. IamFlash.com/hero.
I care about making the world a happier place.
Are you looking for a better way to deliver results this year? Expanding your product line or building new locations? How about your online presence? Does it need a boost? Maybe you just want to put a little more distance between you and the competition. Tap into the powerful engine of BYU Athletics and let us put together a plan unique to your business. We can provide you with the tools designed to enhance your brand on a local, regional, or national level. We invite your team to join ours. For details, email sponsorship@byu.edu today.
I ain't got no chill.
The BYU TV Sports Countdown to Kickoff. BYU and Washington. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain on BYU TV. Blue runs deep on BYU TV. Don't miss the BYU Gonzaga women's soccer game. Thursday at 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. Watch all of your favorite BYU teams on BYU TV, your home for Cougar sports.
On the season finale of the Story Trek, I'm back in the Gem State.
I can't even explain how hard this year and a half has been.
3 years ago, I met a remarkable woman battling a potentially fatal disease.
I lose my hands for a minute.
And because Ashley had the courage to share her story. Perfect. Good job. Plus, a potato points me to longtime friends who refuse to act their age.
As long as you're able to move and keep moving, then life will treat you well.
Watch the Story Trek tonight at 8 Mountain on BYU TV.
Tanner Mangum, senior quarterback. Favorite movie, The Shawshank Redemption. Favorite non-BYU sports team, New England Patriots. Bucket list place to go, Southern Chili. Favorite music group or artist, St. Nicholas. Ricky Shumway. Favorite food, my mom's chicken corn chowder. Or rather sing or dance, sing. Beach or mountains, mountains. Favorite TV show, Jeopardy. Favorite non-football hobby, crossword puzzles. Favorite athlete, Tom Brady. Biggest fear, snakes. Favorite superhero, Batman. Michael or LeBron. Favorite coach, Paul Peterson, Eagle High School.
Welcome back to BYU Football with Kalani Sitake on BYU TV and BYU Radio, presented by Intermountain Healthcare. Tanner had just the beginnings of a mustache at that point, and then the mustaches began to take over all over the team. Clean shaven, clean shaven, clean shaven. Who's still keeping it around? Pugh, Grimes?
Pretty much everyone but me and Coach Clark.
So Roderick's doing it, Falslev, they're still keeping it around.
They're still keeping it. I teach 13 and 14-year-olds in church, and they looked at me weird every Sunday with that, so I had to get rid of it as soon as I could.
All right, let's turn Fesi and Austin over to Cougar Nation for a bit here with some Q&A. Let's start here in our live audience. We have at the mic, Josh. Oh, no, we have Brenton Farrell. Hello, Brenton.
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
So this is a question for Fesi. Can you describe the moment that you knew that you were going to be a coach, that coaching was the job for you?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I actually finished, when I was done playing at Southern Utah, I started my MBA. I had zero intentions of being a coach. I wanted to actually be a sports agent and was going to get ready to go to law school. And so to pay for that master's program, Ed Lamb gave me a graduate assistant job, and kind of just how our family is everything we do, we give it all we have. And so about 6 months into the job, our receivers coach had left at SCU, and Coach Lamb had offered me the receivers job. And I didn't understand the dynamic of coaching at that point. And so obviously I called the #1 lifeline of coaching, and he told me to take it, you know, that the business world will basically always be there for me, but if I love what I do and give it a year, and then I've got my foot in the door that people wait years for. And so when I kind of didn't plan for it, and so I just went with the flow, and I quickly realized that was my calling, and I loved it, and it's been great ever since. So it wasn't one of those deals when I got a job, I was like, yes, my dreams have come true. It was just one of those where I was like, I'll give it a shot, and just throughout time, I got more and more confirmation that this is what I should do. So.
Good. Brenton, thanks. Next question. From social media for Austin, from Big Louie on Twitter. Coach Grimes has complimented you on your progress since January. What specifically have you done, and what are your key improvements?
I think the first thing I really focused on this summer is changing my body composition. I wanted to gain about another 15 pounds, dropped 3 to 4% body fat, just working with our nutritionist over the summer. And I felt like that was a big step for me. And then during the season, I think starting spring ball has carried over throughout the season. I've just tried to be more physical and nasty on the field, just kind of having that edge where I can just run people over. And that's something that I feel like has grown a lot, especially this season.
But always smiling off the field.
Yeah, I have to be nice off the field.
Back in studio. Now it's Josh. Hello, Josh Bear.
Hey. So my question is for Fesi. So with you being on the offensive coaching staff, what would you say we can do as a team to get more big plays out of the passing game?
#1 is we take full ownership. Anytime a ball is up in the air, we've got to find a way to come down with it. And Coach Grimes does a great job at preaching the message that the passing game involves everyone with protection and quarterbacks going through their reads and all that stuff. But as a receiver group, we understand, and we put it on ourselves that no matter what, when the ball's in the air, we've got to come down with it. And so that's it, #1 in terms of big plays, because the rest of the guys, they're doing their job. We've got a great run game going on, and we're bringing a lot of defenses down and loading the box. And so we've got to execute and capitalize on those plays. And as the year goes, I think we're going to continually see those increasing.
Josh, thank you. From social media, again for Austin, at BRoyalBlueCoug on Twitter. What is more rewarding to you as a lineman, creating a huge hole for a running back to break a big run, or pass protection that gives your quarterback time to complete a big pass?
That's a great one. I think for me, I really enjoy probably the pass. I think just having good pass protection and just seeing the ball kind of go up in the air, and just that moment where you're just seeing the wide receiver run down, and when he makes the catch, it's just a great feeling to be able to run down and just get ready for the next play. I think that's one of the more exciting parts for me.
Okay. For Fesi from social media, Marion_Joel_13, you know who you are on Twitter. Fesi, what kind of Nikes are those?
Oh.
Let's see what we got here. What do we have?
I have no idea what they're called, but they were free, so I got them. I like them. And they were blue on it, so I don't know. I'm sure you can Google it, take a picture, and technology today will tell you in 10 seconds what kind of shoes they are, but
all right.
Sorry, I don't know.
Apparently they've already made an impression on someone out there.
Good.
So that's good. Good stuff. Hey, guys, thanks for coming in. I know you're right off the practice field usually when you come in and do this, and so appreciate you making time for us and coming on in. It's been fun.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. We'll come back with more from Kalani and break down our final segment. Speaking of breaking down, it's breaking down Cougar football with Dave McCann, Blaine Fowler, Brian Logan, and David Nixon each week on After Further Review, Tuesdays at 7 Eastern on BYU TV and the BYU TV app. We are back after this to wrap up BYU football with Kalani Sitake.
Tim Daly Ford in Spanish Fork sells Ford vehicles including the F-150, the pickup designed for work and play. Tim Daly Ford maintains a large inventory, providing more choices for selecting an F-150 with the power and engineering to carry and tow heavy loads. The F-150's design offers comfort, safety, and a range of options to choose from. Think Ford, think Tim Daly Ford in Spanish Fork.
Man, this car is amazing. Look at that touchscreen. How about that confidence? Look how she handles those groceries. Positively effortless. The teenager is borrowing the car. This could get rough, but no, that's a reliable car and a win for Mom.
So you mentioned you want to finance with Deseret First Credit Union?
Definitely.
Mom's dream car is as close as Deseret First Credit Union. That's right. Get pre-approved online today or talk to your dealer. Your dreams at Deseret First Credit Union. That's right.
Blue runs deep on BYU TV. Don't miss the BYU Gonzaga women's soccer game, Thursday at 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. Watch all of your favorite BYU teams on BYU TV, your home for Cougar sports.
I ain't got no chill.
The BYU TV Sports Countdown to Kickoff, BYU and Washington, Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain, on BYU TV.
Some say if you're looking for the soul of America, you'll find it right here in Memphis, Tennessee. But if Memphis is the soul of America, then what's the soul of Memphis? From the banks of the Mississippi to the neon lights of Beale Street, that soul's hiding somewhere, and I've got to put it all in one painting. Join me as we paint the town of Memphis, Tennessee.
Don't miss Painting the Town tonight at 8:30 Mountain on BYU TV.
All right, coming up this Saturday, it is number 20, BYU at number 11, Washington. It's a top 20 matchup, and we'll have the radio pregame show for you at 6:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 in the Mountain Time Zone, and that'll be on Cougar Pregame Live, BYU Radio. 1 hour later on BYU TV, it's Countdown to Kickoff. Then the game can be seen on Fox Coast to Coast and heard on BYU Radio. That'll be at 8:30 Eastern Time. And then join us on BYU TV and BYU Radio for all of our post-game coverage right after the game. Welcome back to BYU Football with Kalani Sitake. Presented in part by Smith's. Low prices, market fresh at Smith's. Well, Kalani, it's another crucial contest in a legendary venue. Great place up in Seattle. 2 nationally ranked teams, national TV, national radio. One of the reasons your guys play here are for games like this. It's big games, it's big names, it's an independent schedule. Days like Saturday is what it's all about.
Yeah, and the guys are really excited for it, and you can sense it right now in the preparation. So I think it's a good setup for us right now to go into Seattle and have a good time and have a lot of fun, and we'll play hard, and we'll have a chance to have a good showing.
A couple times this year already, before the Arizona game and before the Wisconsin game, you sat here and talked about how external expectations are such that the home team's expected to win the game. Let's just go play loose and see how it turns out. Having worked hard, of course, during the week, so you've done it already. You've already know what that feels like.
Yeah, and the preparation is going really well right now. We'll be ready by the time we get there to Seattle, and I think it's important for us to let loose and have a great time. That's going to be our key this season. Is every week, just really playing like you have nothing to lose, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is. And it just happens to be a high-ranked team right now, and a team with a lot of good talent. But we've been here before, you know, and so I'm excited about this matchup. Our guys are really excited. I love the feeling that we had pregame going into the Wisconsin game. That's going to be the goal. I think our guys are going to have a lot of fun because that's a way of showing gratitude to the people that have worked hard to put them there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what the score is at the end.
All right, should be a fun one on Saturday. Love to see you here in Studio C with us next week, fans. For seats, go to BYUCougars.com/Satake Show to get your seats for next Tuesday's show. And we'll do it again next Tuesday at 8 Eastern for Austin Hoyt and for Fesi Satake and Kalani Sitake. I'm Greg Wrubell. This has been BYU Football with Kalani Sitake. We'll see you next week here on BYU TV and BYU Radio.
I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel, someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun's gonna shine on me, sun's gonna shine on me, sun's gonna shine on me.
You're watching BYU TV on KBYU DT Provo, Salt Lake City.